Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're getting into the nitty-gritty of why bad habits are so incredibly hard to shake, and more importantly, how you can actually break them for good. We're going to be guided by the work of habit expert Tokeshi Furukawa. So let's dive in.
So let's start with the author's own story, something I bet a lot of us can relate to. He talks about being stuck in this loop, scrolling on his phone till the early morning, feeling awful about it, then waking up exhausted for a chaotic day, only to do it all over again. It's a really powerful reminder that, we're not alone in this struggle.
And if that story feels familiar, well, you're in very good company. Just look at this survey. Procrastination is the big one. Over half of people are trying to kick that habit. And right behind it, you've got the usual suspects. Phone addiction, overeating, staying up too late. See anything you recognize?
Okay, so here's the thing. The real problem is that bad habits, they don't just show up by themselves. No, they bring their friends. They create this domino effect, this vicious cycle that can really start to run your life.
I mean, think about it, right? The author shows how just one negative habit, like that late-night scrolling, can set off a whole chain reaction. You get terrible sleep, that means you wake up with zero energy, your work starts to slide, your stress levels shoot up, and what do? Maybe you grab some junk food to feel better for a minute. It's this downward spiral that just eats away at your time, your health, and even your confidence.
So why are these cycles so ridiculously hard to break? Well, here's what's so fascinating, and honestly, it's kind of a relief. It is not because you have weak willpower. There are some really powerful forces at play deep inside your brain. The first big force working against you is something the author calls habit gravity. This is your brain's deep, powerful, instinctual resistance to any change at all. Your brain loves what's familiar. It craves safety. So it sees any change, even a good one, as a risk, and it literally pulls you back to what you've always done. And this visual here just lays it out perfectly. Habit gravity works in two ways. Up top, it resists new habits. That's why starting a new gym routine feels like pushing a boulder uphill. And on the bottom, it works to maintain your current habits, which is why stopping that late-night ice cream feels impossible. Your brain is actively fighting to keep everything exactly the same.
The second force? Well, it's a battle happening inside your own head. And this iceberg analogy is just perfect. That tiny little tip you see above the water, that's your conscious mind. That's the part of you that's saying, okay, that's it, I'm going to change. But the huge, massive, invisible part under the surface, that's your unconscious mind, and it is programmed to keep doing what it's always done.
So think about what this actually means. When you decide to break a habit, you are starting a fight where you're outnumbered 95-5. It's like trying to change the direction of a company when 95% of your team is voting against you. No wonder just trying harder doesn't work. You're up against an army.
And the final battle is the one we all know too well: desire versus reason. Reason is that quiet voice that says, you really should go to bed to feel good tomorrow. But desire is the loud, emotional part that screams, but just one more video feels so good right now. And when you're tired or you're stressed, guess who grabs the steering wheel? Yep, desire almost every single time.
Okay, so that's the problem. It is a tough fight. But the good news is, you absolutely can win it. The whole solution starts with building one core thing, what the author calls mental strength.
Now, mental strength isn't just about gritting your teeth and pushing through. It's actually an equation. It's a combination of your mental stamina, that's your basic self-control, and your daily mental energy. When you have both of those, you have real mental strength, the power to actually say no to temptation and win that battle with desire. And you can't fight a battle on an empty tank, right? So the very first, most critical step is to charge up your mental energy. And here are the keys: prioritizing deep, consistent sleep, eating good food, actually scheduling time to relax, and getting a handle on your stress. It seems simple, but when your energy is high, your ability to resist temptation just skyrockets.
So your energy tank is filling up. Awesome. Now you need a reason to change that's so strong, so compelling, that it can just shout down those instant gratification desires. You need a really powerful why. And the author points to three huge emotional triggers that really work. Number one is crisis. The fear that if you don't change, something bad is going to happen. Number two is pleasure, the promise of a wonderful reward happening soon. And number three is anticipation, that exciting vision of an amazing future self. One of these will resonate with you.
Okay, so you've got the energy, you've got the motivation, now for the strategy. And this, right here, might be the biggest game changer of all.
You can't just stop a bad habit. If you do, you leave this empty hole, and your brain hates that. The real key is to create an alternative strategy, a good habit that gives you the same reward your bad habit was giving you.
This table lays it out perfectly. Look at the pattern. First, figure out the real need your bad habit is trying to meet. Are you stress-eating sweets because you really just need to relax? Okay, so find a healthier way to relax, like making a cup of herbal tea. Are you scrolling your phone because you're bored and need stimulation? Try an awesome podcast instead. You're not ignoring the need, you're just satisfying it in a much better way.
And when you put it all together, that mental strength, that powerful motivation, and a smart replacement strategy, that's when you can finally flip the script. You can go from being trapped in that vicious cycle of failure to building a virtuous cycle of success.
The author did this himself. He tackled that one bad habit, his sleep schedule, and it started this amazing positive domino effect. Suddenly, his productivity went through the roof. He lost 8 kilograms without even really trying. He just got control of his life back. Breaking one key habit can literally change everything.
So this is the choice, right here. You can stay stuck, feeling defeated by your habits, like the person on the left, or you can use these tools to start that climb, to feel empowered and to finally conquer the things that have been holding you back.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, the real question isn't if you can change, because you absolutely can. The question is, where are you going to start? Now that you understand the forces you're up against and the tools you can use to fight back, which one vicious cycle are you going to choose to break first?